So, welcome back. I'm just drawing out a plan. Um, Normally plans are more secretive, but I'm gonna show you mine. Um, then I'm gonna describe the plan to you. So this is my plan. Now you may think that there's nothing there. Apart from the lines being the physical. We have a blank canvas. You see, I don't, excuse me, I don't really need to draw out any plans. God's plans is what I go by in how I feel in here. And I follow that. Because God's plans are already written. They're already created. No matter what way I decide to go from how I think and hear, they're already created. No matter what timeline I step onto in my direction of thought, it's already created. And all I can do is accept what is out there and what is coming my way, what is there for me. And the more I do that, the more I stop myself from thinking in here about what I want in here as the body, and start accepting all out here in what God gives me, being able to feel good in here by not using the ego of the body. I get it all, as it's all there for me. It's already created, it's already written. So I have it all. And that's what makes me happy. I don't need big material things of this world. And if it's for me to have, it will be in good time. God will bring that to me. I don't need to run chasing after anything. Not a thing at all. You see, anything I've ever wanted in my life, I've got it. Because God brought it to me. I would ask for it, and it would be brought to me. But I wouldn't go chasing it. I would accept that I already had it, because it's there in one of them timelines. And if I follow God's path, He will direct me in and out of them timelines till I get from A to B and get to that destination, understanding that it just doesn't arrive. It takes time to get from A to B. And in that moment, did I begin to think about what I desire, what I want, and let God know I've received it. I've received it here at A, and I feel it here that it's already with me. And as I move forward in time, as I get to B, to see it in my physical reality, I've already enjoyed the experience of having that item within my life. So when it does arrive, it's not as special as one may think, as it is never anyway. As when we get something in life, it disappears and it's moving on to something else. While we missed out on the whole journey, wanting and stressed and angry and frustrated until we got the item, while we could always just be with it from the beginning, thinking about how we enjoy being with it and how that makes us so much better and how we're feeling in our life. And then when we have it in physical reality, we get to enjoy them experiences that we've already created in having that in our life, while we move forward on to the next thing that we are going to create in our wants or desires that we want to have physically in our life. Enjoying life from the beginning to the end. Not stressing, frustrated, angry because we haven't got it, while you already have it. You just can't see it because you have to get on the right path. And that is by knowing that you have it and then going out to get it. So you have a car, for example, if you have a car, or a bicycle or whatever, a motorbike, if you have some kind of vehicle to move from A to B, you know you have that. But unconsciously, if you have to go somewhere, you will think, right, I have to go there. But you automatically head towards your car or bicycle or whatever to get from A to B, and you know everything that you have to do to get to there. But you don't have to think it out because you've done it so many times. Yet, you just go and do it. Now, that journey to get to it is a journey that you miss out on because you've done it so many times. But yet in your subconscious, you have to think, how do I get to the car? Like if I had to go out to a car now to drive from A to B, I would have to make sure I had the keys. I would have to make sure that I locked up my home. I would have to make sure everything was safe in the home before I left the home. I would have to make sure the car was in the right condition to get from A to B. And subconsciously you would have thought of all that, but not recognized it because your mind is focused on getting to B, getting to the car, which is outside of you. But you still have to travel that journey. But you travel on unconsciously, while being consciously observant in your subconscious mind in getting from A to B, or you would not be in that situation or get to that situation without subconsciously knowing in what you're doing in the memory of the body. And because you've repeatedly done it, you don't think about it. You don't think about what you already have within you. The car is already there. And consciously you bring it into physical reality by moving towards it in that path until you see it physically as is. As is what we do with everything in life, in the physical aspect. But spiritually, we have to find our path to that physical reality. We have to enjoy the journey and experience to get from A to B. Because if we're not enjoying the experience of getting to A to B, what you'll find is we'll go from A to D to F to G to R to back to B. And it will be such a long journey disrupted by all these other paths of confusion because of our frustration instead of just accepting and receiving as we already have. This is Happy Chapper. Love. Peace.